welcome to my Virgin Kitchen. Tonight I'm making a yummy meal from scratch. I know, it always shocks me when I do this. You look back at the journey we've made together and we are getting some good meals, people. Some crazy ones, but also some good meals when we want to do it, okay? And this is what we made tonight, guys. It's a peppercorn steak. We made our steak with our very own peppercorn sauce, and some scalloped potatoes, very nice indeed, with a little bit of onion hidden under there as well. And asparagus in a lemon butter with a Parmesan cheese kicking there as well. Absolutely amazing, guys. You'll love this. Takes about an hour in total. The ingredients are fairly cheap as well. So what have you got to lose? Give it a go. This is how we did it. Right here then, guys, so the first thing I want you to do is to grab 5 potatoes. I have done that very thing, and that is what 5 potatoes look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want you to peel them, okay, with this peeling device, and then cut them into thin slices. You've seen me peel and cut potatoes before, so we don't need to do this masterclass. Let's just do it and then we'll get on. Whoa! Right, so just want to show you, I've cut them into little cubes actually, as well, as good a cube as I can, almost like a roll in a dice, okay? So just to make, so when I cut them through, you can see they're all nice and square and funky, they're going to be nice, thin, even slices. So do that if you want, otherwise just go crazy on the potatoes and have just like wild shapes everywhere. It's going to be amazing either way. Right here then, guys, so my potatoes, like potato, Irish potato. It's not very good, is it? They're all cut up, look at that, all nice and funky, all slices, all good, nice, smooth, looking amazing. Right, let's move on, grab a saucepan, I'm going to chuck some butter in there and melt it up, baby. Woo! Right here then, people, so the next thing you need to do, as mentioned previously in the last clip, is grab yourself some butter. Okay, this is butter, cha-ching. A little bit of toast in there, never mind. 3 tablespoons of that is going in a saucepan. There we go, that's going to be on to heat any minute now, it's not. There's no flame. That is going to be onto the heat. Then we're going to chuck in our flour and stir it all in. So let's get that butter melted. 3 tablespoons in the pan. Let's go. Right, Phoebe's off to bed. You're going to look at the camera and say goodnight? Good night. Say goodnight, everyone. Good night, everyone. Say I love you. I love you. And give me a kiss. Not me, the camera. Give me a kiss, camera kiss. Cool. Alright, bye. Bye. Let's get on and cook, guys. Right, sorry about that random interlude, guys, but I've got to do the daddy thing, as you know. Right, butter is in there melting away, cha-ching, it's doing its thing, and there's a flame there, cha-ching. Flour is ready on the side, and we're going to pour that in any minute now. There we go, butter's all melted, and it's bubbling away still. Cool, don't want to keep it like that for too long, or it could just do weird, nasty stuff to your pan, and you don't want that, okay? Right, grab your flour, just sprinkle that in. I haven't even sifted it, I'm so hardcore, look at that. We're going to stir this in. And then in a minute we'll add some salt and pepper. And I've also, just to show you, weighed out milk? I don't know if that's the right term. 375 mils of milk there, which is going to go in there as well. So it's all coming together. Right here then, guys, so in there you should have some buttery, floury concoction. Sprinkle of salt in there, cha-ching. Pepper. About the same. And then your milk, okay? Ching. There it is. Let's pour that straight in there. Wicked. Stir it all in together, bring it to the boil, and then just keep simmering and stirring. Simmering and stirring. Simmer and stir. Kind of like wax on, wax off in the Karate Kid, but simmer and stir. It's the new thing, it's futuristic. I'll just shut up, shall I? Right, guys, so while that's cooking away lovely, cha-ching, grab yourself an onion, okay? Remember, I didn't know how to chop an onion before, but I've learned. So go back and watch other videos if you need to know how to do it, and you'll get there, okay? So grab yourself an onion, and place it on a chopping board, and basically chop it. And I'm going to do it the sound of a cow to make it more exciting. So 3, 2, 1. Moo. Moo indeed, guys. Look at that nice finely chopped onion. Wow. Okay, cool. Right, and also at the same time I was stirring this. Keep an eye on it because you want to make sure you get rid of all the lumps and that and make it all nice and smooth. You don't want to burn a pan, and that is what we're left with. See that? Oh, cool. Right, we need to put this all together in a greased casserole dish now. So go grab one. A greased casserole dish. Whoa. Right, there we go. I have greased this funky casserole dish. Can you see that? Just with butter. Lovely jubbly. First thing I'm going to do is grab a layer of potatoes and just scatter them in there. So let's do that. Amazing. Now grab some of your onions. So I'm just going to grab a handful like that. Just sprinkle them on there like that. Amazing. Now you need to grab a third of your sauce. So also I'm grabbing a third of the potatoes, third of the onions. Grab a third of your sauce and pour it on there. So let's do that, please. There we go, super duper, that is that sauce on there. All we need to do now is repeat those steps again. So potatoes, onion sauce, potatoes, onion sauce. Beep, beep, beep. You get the idea. So let's do that. Right, amazing, that's all done. Oven gloves are out because that is just about to go in the oven for a good hour, my friends. I'm going to put it on the middle shelf. It's all going to cook through, be nice and tender, and we can move on with our other stuff. Probably got yourself about a 20-minute break now, so that's all good, right? But that's looking good, and I just finished it off with a little bit of pepper. Can you see that on there? Amazing. Woo. Right here, guys, it's been about 20 minutes. We've got a good chance to get ahead of ourselves here. Now grab your lemon, And all I want you to do is just take the zest off that bad boy, okay? No juice, just the zest. So let's do that. Right guys, simple maths lesson. So lemon plus grater equals, ta-da, there we go. Nice bold lemon and lemon zest and a well used grater there. Brilliant. So put that to one side. And what we're going to do now is move on to our asparagus spears, okay? Now asparagus spears, let me just pull one out, kind of look like tickling sticks, okay? You go, no, you don't want to do that. But what we're going to do is cut the stalks off the end because they'll rock hard and not much flavour at the bottom. Give them a good wash. So do that to all your spears. I've got about 12, I think. Cheers. Right here then guys, so I got my asparagus, trimmed the bottoms off them, give them a wash, and while they're in that water they were talking to me, and do you know what they were saying? They were saying, Barry, I want to stay in this water. So I said, yes! I've made them their own little swimming pool, they're just going to sit and chill out in there for a minute. Amazing. So we've got our lemon zest there. What we need to do is add our butter and parmesan into that to make the funky butter, ultimately, that's going to go on those asparagus. So, let's get going with that. Grab yourself a bowl. Right, grab yourself a bowl, easy peasy. Over here I've got some butter, which incidentally is the same butter I use on the potatoes. I haven't got dedicated stuff for the asparagus, unfortunately. This has been sat around doing its thing in room temperature, okay? It's not melted, it's not freezing cold. It's going to go in there, 2 tablespoons, room temperature. Boom. There we go, that's in there, lovely jubbly. Now grab your parmesan. I've got 2 tablespoons of parmesan shavings. You can grate it. Don't throw a block in there, but shavings or grating will do. So just put it straight in with it. Let it join the party. Right, lovely jubbly, parmesan shavings are in there. Look how thin they are, wow. What we need to now is just grab our lemon zest and throw it in as well. Amazing, is that all done? Let me show you. Lemon zest is in there. Wow, look at that, it's like a mountain of buttery, cheesy lemoniness. Wow. Get a spoon and give that a blooming good stir around together, like that. Go! Right here then guys, so this is a really nice creamy buttery sauce there, amazing. That's just going to sit to one side, and what we're going to do, once the asparagus is cooked and steamed and hot, we're just going to grab that butter, spread it over just a teeny bit, and the cheese is going to melt and the lemon's going to kick in there. It's going to be amazing. So we can put that to one side, and in a minute we will work on our steak and peppercorn sauce, and it's all coming together. Right here then guys, we're at the time where it's all going to start to come together. What I've done basically is grab my steaks out of the fridge, and I hope you will agree they're nice looking steaks, cool. I rubbed in salt and pepper to both sides, so that's optional, you don't have to do that, but it's going to give it a bit more kick. I've also weighed out 100ml/100 grams of creme fraiche, and that is going to go in the pan with that, with some peppercorns at the end with the meat juices, and make our peppercorn sauce. Easy peasy, that's all that needs to be done for that. I've also got a big saucepan of water ready for our asparagus, and that is how I'm going to cook it. You can fry it, you can bake it, anything you want, but I am going to boil them, my friends, and then chuck that lovely butter on the top. So, without further ado, let's get going. Right here then guys, so while the asparagus water was coming to boil, we've got on with a lot of things, and the main trigger of it all starting is the potatoes being done, and they are ready, my friends. Take a look at those. Amazing, all done. Plenty there, so I'll have some leftovers for tomorrow night's dinner. Cha-ching. And what I've got here is the pan that the steak's going to be cooked in. Tablespoon of oil is in there, it's on to heat now, looking good. Speaking of the steaks, we grabbed ourselves our creme fraiche, ground up a tablespoon of peppercorns, so once the meat is all cooked, we can just chuck that in, stir it through for a minute, and that's peppercorn sauce all done. Easy peasy. So we're going to leave those potatoes there just to chill out. They need about 5 minutes anyway. In about 5 minutes we can put together our asparagus and our steaks, and I'm out of breath. So let's just get on and cook it. Right then guys, water's boiling, in go the asparagus spears, cha-ching, boom. Now let's move on to our steak. Right, so I've just put my steaks on there, they're not going to take too long on there, 4 minutes max. If you want to do it less time than that, you can have a medium rare or even a rare steak, so you know, do it to your preference. That's cooking away there, I'm going to flip them any minute now. Asparagus sticking over, woo, we're getting there. Just flip my steaks, look at that, nice good colour on there, peppers all grounded in, woo, another 2 minutes, they're going well. Right here then guys, so my steaks have just come off. All we're going to do now is grab our creme fraiche and just pour that straight into the tub like that, okay? Stir that around in all the juices of the meat, okay? Easy peasy. See it's getting some change of colour already. Just stir it around. Right, so that's changed to an amazing colour. All we need to do now is pour that onto our steaks. Right, brilliant, that's all on there. A little bit of juice coming out there. That's all good, looking good. And I've just taken the asparagus off the heat. Let's get that in there. Excuse the dirty pan there from the sauce. It's getting a little bit manic guys, but we're getting there, that's the main thing. Okay, brilliant, that's the asparagus spears on there, and as you can see they're still steaming hot, so let's grab our butter and layer it on there. There we go guys, that's what it looks like. So the cheese is starting to melt on there. I didn't put too much on it, actually used a teaspoon if you're interested. Didn't want to overpower it and blend it all in. All we need to now is grab our potatoes, which have sat patiently on the side. Let's do that. Here we go then guys, that's what it's looking like in the light. Look at that, it's amazing, huh? It smells beautiful as well. Can't wait to get stuck into that. So if I can make that, absolutely anyone in the world can. Have a go for yourself. Let me know how you get on. If you want me to try a recipe, get in touch, you know, Twitter, you know, on the website, on YouTube, anything you want. I'll give it a go for you, you know, give you the confidence. You can do this. Remember, I started on 1 poached egg, people, and I'm just enjoying the journey, and you can join in with me. I'll see you next time. Cheers.
High five.